Right now, with the current situation around the pandemic worldwide, one can't be sure when you'll get to be with your Filipina again. Now, while I'm optimistic that we'll be able to travel again as tourists to the Philippines possibly sometime in the second half of this year, it certainly isn't guaranteed, as many unforeseen factors can come into play at any given time that could prevent this from happening. And that's why bringing your Filipina to the US in 2021 could be a very smart move. Whilst it may not be possible for everyone in the US with a Filipina girlfriend, it certainly may be very possible for those of you who are officially engaged to a Filipina and have visited her in the Philippines in the last 2 years. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can make that happen so you and your Filipina could be together in the US, most likely even before the year has finished. So if you're keen to know more, then be sure to stay with me here. Right now, any visas such as tourist or visitor visas are off the table pretty much in most countries worldwide, and many countries are not accepting tourists into their countries at this point in time. So many people think that they just have to wait it out before they can be together with their Filipina again. And yes, for some, they will have to wait it out. But still, for those people, let's hope that by the end of 2021, travel will resume again, albeit undoubtedly with more conditions than in 2019. But for those of you who live in the US and who are engaged to a Filipina, where you may have planned on marrying last year or this year, but had your plans ruined, then all may not be lost, and certainly you may have another option. And that is to bring your Filipina to the US on a K1 visa. Now, for those of you that don't know, basically the K1 visa is a 90-day visa where you have that time to marry your Filipina legally in the US. For those that go on to get married, then the Filipina will be able to stay with you in the US. Now, whilst it sounds rather easy, it's actually not as straightforward as it may seem. And right here I'll tell you that I'm certainly no expert in this area, but my friends at Filipino Visa are. And they can give you a free 15-minute, no obligation consultation to see if you and your Filipina may be eligible for a K1 visa. I'll put my affiliate link to Filipino Visa in the pinned comment and description. What I can tell you is, like I mentioned earlier, that you need to be engaged and have visited her in the Philippines in the last 2 years. And of course, there are a few other requirements around being legally free to marry, meeting the income test required, and you must be able to prove your US citizenship. If you can tick these boxes, then it could be worth organising the free consultation, even if it's just to find out where you stand and if getting a K1 visa is right for you or not. Now, I know some guys will say, just do the visa yourself, it's easy. Well, I say that everyone is different. And while some may find gathering information and filling in government forms easy, some certainly don't, as we're all different. The main benefit of using a professional migration service such as Filipino Visa is because they know the laws around visas and immigration for both the US and the Philippines. They know what's required in order to get your K1 visa approved, and they won't lodge it until they're certain it meets all the requirements. This alone should be great peace of mind, because you don't want to run the risk of doing the application yourself and lodging it with payment only to find out that you didn't complete it properly, and as such, it's been rejected and there goes your money. For those of you who choose to complete the K1 visa themselves, then I wish you all the best, and just make sure that you give everything they ask for and double and triple check your application prior to lodging. And for those wanting to use the experts at Filipino Visa, then I can tell you that you're in safe and experienced hands. So be sure to check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment and description, and you'll see for yourself that they've been having much success with K1 visas right throughout this pandemic. For those of you that want a closer look at Filipino visa, I did a video a while back called Bring Your Filipino to the US on a K1 visa, where I take a close look at the website. So feel free to check it out by pressing the card on screen now. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.